Namaste Gurudevaya Sarvasiddhi Pradayane Sarvamagala Rupaya Sarvananda Vidyayane Mahavira Radharamana Ki Jai Jainita Jai Gaur Jay Sri Radheshyam. Welcome back. The Science of the Holy Names Part 2. Some people do not respect Shiva but use him as an attraction by bathing the linga on Shivaratri. Selling God and the names for money is very wrong. Here I will add something by Sanatana Goswami, which should put the nail in the coffin, since from the good people the holy names become well known. How can the holy names tolerate contempt for those people? Since it is the chief offense, it is given as the first one. One who in this world sees the qualities, name and acts of Vishnu and Shiva as different, even in his mind, is indeed hostile to Hari's name. Disregarding the Guru, defaming the revealed texts and scriptures, considering praise of the holy names to be empty, and also for those intending to sin on the strength of the holy name, then there is not purification. So there is no purification for aparat according to Sanatana Goswami Pad. I want to add something to this part, speaking on Shiva Mahadev, that the very, very famous kirtan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, what he sung and give the instruction to chant on Srimad Chaitanya Bhagavata 2:23, 7 and 80. He said, you should chant Harinama, Krishna Yadavaya Nama, Gopala Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. This song, kirtan song, was composed by Narottam Das as Hari Haraya Nama. If we see properly, clearly, without all the interpretations, if we just read the line, Hari Hara Je Nama Krishna. Hari is Krishna, is a name of Krishna. Hara is a name of Krishna. Sanatana Goswami Pad in the previous paragraph or verses, he is saying that to see Vishnu and Shiva as different, even in his mind, is indeed hostile to Hari's name. To see in Shiva and Hari, Vishnu and Shiva different, or one of them inferior, this is hostile for Hari's name. Interesting. So there is no purification for aparat according to Sanatan. 3. Guru Avagya. It means to disrespect, neglect or defy the Guru. According to my Gurudev, this is a very grave offense to see the Guru as a mortal being, shadowing the competing with him, maintaining your own independent program. If the person who does those things chants, it is not pleasing to Hari, to God. If one has a mortal concept of the Guru, offenses start that way. It is important to know that neglecting to surrender, at least here, from a Guru is a major offense which falls under Guru Avagya. One should not chant independently without hearing from the Guru. Then one simply has to avoid the other offenses. It is that easy. The reason we must be guided by Guru is he will take it seriously and follow instructions. If he will take it seriously and follow instructions, we must to follow Guru and not to create our own mind, our own philosophy. 4. Shruti Shastra Nindanam. My Guru also said this is the second major offense to the holy names. To blaspheme or belittle the Shruti, revealed scriptures. Even if we are chanting the names, we are not to put down the old scriptures, thinking they are useless. We have to continue upholding them. A good translation is like this: blasphemy of the Shruti, Vedas, Smriti, law book, and Puranas, ancient histories, and scripture based on them or showing disrespect or lack of belief. This comes from the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti of Srimad Bhagavatam 10:33-49. 5. Tatarvado. It translates as hollow praise. In Neil's book, it is just one word, tatarvado, and the meaning should not be a long sentence. Hollow praise, praising, chanting that has no fruit. 6. Harinamni kalpanam. It means thinking fancifully with respect to the name. The following is Jiva's commentary to the Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.11. To consider undertaking another practice in order to trivialize the greatness of the Nam is a great offense to it. But if out of mental anguish the thought of another means arise for the purpose of reaching the goal faster, it is not an offense. If the object of that practice is to make the Nam secondary, it is an offense. To think that the Nam is no big deal, that other things are as good or better, is an offense. If one needs to propitiate some god to get a situation where one can chant better, it is not an offense, so long as the goal is that. For some, this paragraph can be a little bit confusing, and of course, because of my English pronunciation may not be so clear and sharp. So I want to add a bit more information on this. If your goal is Krishna and the mantra is Krishna's name, mahamantra Hare Krishna Hare Ram, or the japping, the repetition of the Krishna's name or Nam, Harinam, and in order to achieve this goal, you will take any other sadhana or practice to say pranayam in order to control the mind before jap. The prescription by Gaudiyas is not exactly that we should learn and master pranayam before jap mantra, but you can do it in order to get a better and deeper jap mantra. But, parenthesis, Sri Hari Bhakti Vilas is also explaining that any sadhana jap that does not start by pranayam should be considered demoniac. Do you understand? Gauranga is not teaching us pranayam, but we can take any tool that will create a better and deeper bhajan sadhana. So this is appropriate. But if our yoga, pranayam, meditation will be more important than our mahamantra japa sadhana, then that is offensive. 7. Namno balad jasya hi pappavutir na vidyate tasya jamair hi suddhi hi. It literally means sinning on the strength of the holy names. The reason why the power of the holy name delivers the highest goal of life, the lotus-like feet of the Lord Himself, the very solidification of eternal existence, consciousness and joy. They use that unlimitedly powerful, supremely ambrosial holy names to acquire sensual pleasures like wealth, followers, and so forth is the greatest form of depravity toward the names. It is like using a shalagram stone to crack open nuts. The message here is a crime to use the names to gather wealth and followers. It is called depravity. Sins can be overcome by chanting, but not the shalagram nutcracker use of the name. It will send one to hell. The following common interpretation of the verse is generally okay, but a little misleading. To think that the Hare Krishna mantra will counteract all sinful reactions and the same time chant the Hare Krishna mantra to neutralize them is the greatest offense at the feet of Harinam. Notice that the Sanskrit verse itself does not mention the word Hare Krishna mantra. It was inserted for some unknown purpose. I think that we really know. They have been changing Harinam by Hare Krishna Mahamantra everywhere in the scriptures. But it's still fake. 8. Dharma, Brata Tyaga Hutadi Sarva Subha Krija Samyam Api Pramada. Slightly accurate is the following translation, not 100%. To consider the chanting of the Mahamantra Hare Krishna to be one of the auspicious ritualistic activities mentioned in the Vedas as fruitive activity. The word Hare Krishna mantra or Vedas does not exist in the verse one more time. This is a truer understanding. Thinking other auspicious Dharma Vrata Tyaga activities equal to the holy name. Neil's book contains a few quotes from Jiva's commentary of the Bhagavatam. The holy name is the wall, the source, the Angi. From this wall, all the limbs or forms of worship arise. Thinking those other forms are equal to the wall is an offense to the name. If one is able to overcome this offense, that is seek shelter of the holy names alone, and with the greatest respect, thinking it is the best of all, the Lord, holy names, who is affectionated to those who came to him for shelter, will protect one from the other 9 offenses. Misunderstanding things may make you feel you are advancing, but it may not be. Even Srila Prabhupada say in the book Harinama that mechanical chanting of the holy name does not do any good. You must chant consciously, which I guess was what Chaitanya meant when he said you must understand the offense to avoid them. 9. It means to instruct people who do not have faith to chant the holy name is an offense. To instruct people who do not have faith to chant the holy name is an offense. This is very important. Author's note: we were advised by our Guru not to make people who have no faith chant or hear Harinam. If such people hear it and commit offense, the one who is making them hear will be guilty. It is bad for people if you make them offend the names. Very important. 10. It simply means not feeling pleasure, priti, on hearing about the greatness of the holy name. The offense number 10. Shrute pe nama mahat mye priti rahito naraha aham mamadi paramo namni sopi aparat krit. One friend summarized this in a nutshell. I think it is nice. The list is not in order. 1. Insulting noble people, sadhu. 2, 3. Explaining the greatness of the divine names to unqualified persons. Looking upon Shiva and Vishnu as different and haggling over the superiority of one over the another. 4, 5, 6. Lack of faith in instructions of the Vedas, Shastras and Guru. 7. Attributing the greatness of the holy name to be mere glorification. 8, 9. Resorting the prohibited actions and giving up recommended actions under the pretext of chanting the names. 10. To think the chanting of the divine names is equal to other acts of sacrifice. He has nicely explained this. Hari Bhaktas may consider Shiva a Vaishnava, Gopi Ishvara, and see him as a non-different, as there is a rule that one should not differentiate between Hari and his Bhaktas. Sadashiva, throughout India, is known as the Param Brahman. He is a manifestation of Shiva depicted with 5 faces and 10 hands. There are good reasons to see them as one and the same. We have said that one does not need initiation to chant the Harinam, the name Hari, Hari, Krishna, Krishna. But one needs a nice guru who will tell you, please do it without nam aparat. But if you don't yet have this guru, there is no rule that you cannot chant. Please remember, the third nam aparat is to disregard the guru. Anyone can chant holy names without guru, but the quality will not be high. If someone is spreading the names and has not learned from a guru, that is not a good place to learn it from. A teacher must be perfect in the practice. Mahamantra. The Mahamantra, different from holy names, is given by Guru to disciple at the time of Diksha, in the ear, during initiation, arriving with the power of the Guru and the spiritual family and Krishna. Diksha is always given personally in the ear, not in a public space. One should not try to imitate Lord Chaitanya. We serve him. We do not imitate. Also, he gave them the Mahamantra in a public space, but the condition was for them to count it as japa. He did not give it for Sankirtan. Parenthesis. Zoom Diksha, WhatsApp Diksha, Telegram Diksha does not exist and is an offense to Gaudiya tradition. Be aware of this and don't fall prey of the wolves looking for sheep followers, sheep gurus. Don't fall on that. Gauranga did not give Mahamantra for Sankirtan, but for Japa. The Mahamantra contains all mantras, all practices. It is the form of God which the Guru gives directly when you surrender. But it has to be treated like God, meaning not sold for currency. Remember we talked about Kali? One can understand the Kama Gayatri mantra through chanting the Mahamantra. One can get Siddha Pranali from chanting the Mahamantra. No other practice is good as or better. To think any other process is better is a nam aparat. The Kama Gayatri was the official Diksha mantra, but Mahamantra is able to replace it when received at Diksha. I believe this began from the time of Lord Chaitanya. I may be wrong here. The Kama Gayatri can be chanted nicely when the mind is pure and peaceful, but is that an easy process in this age? Not for many people. So Mahamantra is the replacement Diksha mantra. When taken from a guru who has perfected it, it contains and awakens everything the Kama Gayatri was meant to awaken. All Krishna Diksha mantras given by the guru is what gives Krishna. You cannot really spin Bhakti out on your own. The official Kama Gayatri is still given, but even that is difficult because it can be long and need a situation to chant it. The stupid mistake is to think the holy names and Mahamantra is the same. They are not the same. It seems confusing because the Mahamantra is made of holy names, but we have to get over that misconception. Lord Chaitanya did not chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra in Sankirtan. And here we enter in very, very heavy and interesting, super interesting topic. We will continue on the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Mahavira Radharamana ki Jai, Jai Nitai Jai Gaur, Jai Jai Sri Radheshyam.